Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Searcy High School welcomes you to Lion Arena in the Searcy Bank Classic for today's matchup between the Brookland Lady Bearcats and your Searcy Lady Lions. And now let's meet the starting lineup for today's game. First for the visitors, the Brookland Lady Bearcats. At guard, a 5'9" senior, number 1, Evan Holsgrove. At guard, a 5'7" senior, number 10, Berkeley Brewer. At guard, a 6' senior, number 34, Chloe Rodriguez. At forward, a 5'10" senior, number 20, Cassidy King. And at forward, a 5'11" senior, number 25, Macy Slater. The head coach of the Lady Bearcats is Mitchell Weber, assisted by Marty Vance and Shane Duncan. And now, Lion fans, on your feet. It's time to meet the starting lineup for your Searcy Lady Lions. At guard, a 5'7" senior, number 3, Cadence Pettis. At guard, a 5'7" sophomore, number 10, Jayla Wynn. At guard, a 5'6" junior, number 20, Chip Johnson. At guard, a 5'5" freshman, number 21, Julianne Smith. And at the center position, a 5'8" sophomore, number 34, Carrie Hicks. The head coach of the Lady Lions is Kim Sitzman, assisted by Hunter Sutherland.
Good afternoon, folks, for everybody tuning in. Welcome to Lion Arena, as we will be covering your game today against the Brookland Lady Bearcats and your Searcy Lady Lions. I'm Jordan Jones. Joining me once again is my partner here, Samuel Stubbs. Samuel, we got an exciting one today. Both teams 2-0 here in the Bank Classic. Might determine who's the champion here.
It sure might, Jordan. I think everybody's still full of adrenaline from the other night. Chip Johnson scoring over 1,000 points. Searcy with that big blowout win over Lone Oak. We are back to business today, facing a very good Brookland team.
Coming off the tip now, you have the Bearcats coming in the game with Brewer, Rodriguez, Polsgrove, King, and Slater. You have Pettis, you have Hicks, Johnson, Wynn, and Smith for the Lady Lions. Lady Lions defense is going to be big here today, Samuel.
Sure will be.
As Cadence rolls around the screen, covering the man's Polsgrove with the floater, not going to go, rebounded by Chip Johnson. And now Chip's in transition here, a 2-on-2 it looks like. You have Wynn over on the left wing. She's going to roll over to the right side. Chip calling for Smith to come up top. She'll get the ball to her. Wynn all alone over on the right. Kick it back up to Smith. Might have both zone defenses being applied today here. You have Chip over on the left side. 15 seconds left here on the shot clock. Now we're under 10. Wynn in the right corner. She's going to try to give it over to Hicks. It's going to be swatted out of bounds. It's going to remain Searcy ball. Only 8 seconds left to play here.
Brookland's defense already given Searcy some problems on their first offensive possession. Searcy loves to shoot. Could be a problem. Brookland keeps his pressure on.
It's intended for Smith to back up. Give it to Hicks in the middle. Wynn, she's not going to be afraid to drive in, but it will result in a stolen basketball from Rodriguez. And now you have Polsgrove bringing the ball up top, driving over to the left side. Was trapped over, but managed to get the ball out. Picks up the ball up court. She's going to kick it over. You have King. Give it down low to Rodriguez. Floater, or layup, sorry, up and in. It's Chloe Rodriguez. Samuel, she's going to be a problem down below.
Yeah, she just got behind Carrie that time. When that happens, you don't have any help on the backside. That's an easy lay-in every time.
Off first glances, you can see that there's a little bit of height differences here.
Yep.
For both teams. Brookland outmatching Searcy Lady Lions in that aspect. Smith looking to give it over to Chip. Chip's probably going to be heavily guarded for a big portion of this game. Try to give it to Cadence down below. Buff the ball a little bit. And now see Coach Sitzman calling for the full court pressure.
See how Brookland navigates this compared to Lono. Jackrabbits were just outmatched in it the other night, but Searcy looks to have an on point early.
Pass deflected away from Jayla Wynn. Goes out of bounds. Is going to be Lady Bearcat ball under the rim. Rolls over to the right side. That goes up and in. That's Slater for 2. Coach Sisman, she's going to call an early timeout.
Doesn't like what she's seeing early on paint defense. Understandable why. 2 pretty easy buckets there for Lono to start the game.
You got to have high intensity early. That's so far, that's what won the Lady Lions both of their games here in this tournament. You have high energy, and you just got to be able to play that defense well. Kind of interesting not seeing her wanting to go full court press like that here to start, but understandably so, as you do have the mismatch there down below. You have Hicks against Rodriguez, 6 foot against Carrie Hicks, who she's 5'8". So down low, might see a lot of fouls called tonight. Might see both teams going to the free throw line back and forth. Chip coming off an excellent game, hit the 1,000-point mark last game. Looking to kick it into high gear here. Won Searcy the Bank Classic here today. Once again, both teams are 2-0. It's coming out of the timeout. It will be Lady Lions basketball. As Chip has the ball up court, kicks it over to the left side to Smith. Pettis rolls around to the right corner. Smith on the left corner. That was Wynn. Ball stolen away, might result in a jump ball. It looks like they are going to call it a jump ball. It's going to remain Searcy basketball. 17 seconds here, Searcy. They just got to find a way to score. You have Chip in the up court. Smith, you want to get Rodriguez up top. That's what you're looking for. She rolls over back to the bottom to get the zone defense. Set tight, give it to Hicks. She goes up, and that's going to go in. Carrie Hicks for 2.
It's a really good job by Searcy breaking that zone defense. That's how you break a zone defense. A Princeton-style offense with a lot of cuts.
Stolen away from Cadence Pettis. Chip has it now, rolling over to her left. She's going to take the 3-point shot. That's not going to go. Might have been deflected a bit, and they will say it was. It's going to stay here. Searcy only down by 2 here early. 5:26 remaining here in the first quarter. Smith over left wing. She's going to take the 3. Goes up and in. Julian Smith, the freshman for Searcy. Searcy might have got away with that one. That time pass was just barely off the mark. Goes out of bounds. Turnover from the Lady Bearcats. It's going to be Searcy basketball once again.
Certainly lucky there, Jordan. They've had a couple easy layups so far. Almost gave them another one. But a note on that Smith 3. Searcy having a lot of shooters. That's a big advantage against a team like Brookland that plays this zone and forces you to take a lot of outside shots.
You have Smith up top. Carey rolls over to the right corner. Not guarded as heavily as they're making sure Chip does not really get to touch the ball that much. Chip rolls over in the inside. Was looking for the inside for Carey. Chip comes up back with it. 8 seconds remaining here. Carey tried to give it to the inside to Cadence. The zone defense proving once again it's going to be a long night for this Searcy defense, or Searcy team in general, if they're not going to be able to get their offense started. Give it on the inside. It was guarded by Pettis. Shot goes up and in. It's Macy Slater. She'll go to the line for a 3-point play opportunity. Cadence had her hands up, but as soon as she rolled around over her shoulder, she put a hand down and tried to deflect the ball a bit. It will result in her first foul of the game. Looking to extend the lead. Free throw goes in to extend their lead by 2. 7-5 here, 4:30 to play. Smith has it, give it back to Pettis up the middle. Win in the corner. Chip in the other corner. Guarded by Rodriguez. Chip's going to drive inside. She stepped out of bounds. It's going to be Brookland basketball.
When you're at a height deficit, Jordan, your guards are going to have to go inside. Defensively, they got a double team. Offensively, more cuts and screens.
She'll drive inside. Layup's not going to go. Rebounded by Rodriguez. Not going to go. Rebounded once again. Wide open 3-point shot in the right corner. Goes down for Brewer.
Boxing out's going to be critical too, Jordan, as Rodriguez had 2 Searcy Lady Lions draped all over her. Still got 2 offensive rebounds. Couldn't convert on her layup, but then passed it out and got a 3 to go.
Almost stolen away from Brewer after her 3. Got to be more cautious on your passes now as Hicks will check out. You have Nelson checking in for the first time.
Active hands for Brookland. They're getting in the passing lanes and disrupting Searcy's offense.
Smith looking for somebody to pass to as she rolls around a couple times. And now we're under 5 here on the shot clock. You have Smith, Nelson down below, poked out. It's going to be another turnover on Searcy.
Searcy's looking like Lone Oak did the other night. Just a rhythmic on offense, a lot of turnovers. Get one back here, though.
Turnover, you have Chip down below on the left side. She'll bring it around.
That was a missed opportunity. Pass was a little off target, and Chip could add an easy layup.
Be a blocking foul on the Lady Bearcats. We'll see who he charges it to. And as you're right, Samuel, that was a huge opportunity.
Game like this where points are at a premium, you got to take those. They add up in a hurry, and even if this is only a 10, 15-point game at the end, those little mistakes like that can kill you.
Chip has it now up top. 3-point shot. Chip Johnson goes down for Chip. That's a way to bring yourself back into the ball game. Down 2 now. Risky pass now, guarded by Chip. They're going to try to cut her off out of bounds. Almost stolen away from Pettis. 3-point shot left corner for the Lady Bearcats. Not going to go down. Rebounded by Rodriguez. Nice effort from Smith. 3-point shot. Brewer.
Same song, different verse. Rodriguez gets another offensive rebound, and Brewer hits another 3-point basket. Offensive boards are killing Searcy here early. You're right, Jordan. That height deficit, you pointed it out early. It's really hurting Searcy right now. Even though they have 2 guards down there to try to block out Rodriguez, they just can't do it.
Would like to see Smith get some offensive momentum going here. She had a really good 2 games. Searcy, they're going to need that. Like I mentioned, Chip can't do it all by herself, but you have so much talent on this ball club. As Nelson gets it over to Smith, but blocked.
That was an excellent cut by Smith. Good job getting to the basket, but that height deficit is a very tangible difference, and it proves so there.
Chip, amazing defense from Johnson. Forces the pass over to the left wing. She'll roll it around. Ooh, almost got away with the carry there. Mid-range goes up and in for Slater once again. Brewer and Slater taking over this first quarter for the Lady Bearcats.
Coach Sitzman was looking for a travel there. Brookland got a little off kilter on that possession, but scooped up the loose change and still found a way to put a mid-range jumper through the hoop.
Wynn, left corner, hesitates the 3, drives inside. Might have been hit there. No foul is going to be called. And she's going to be doing that all night long, so get used to it. She loves driving inside. 3-point shot up top, not going to go down. This time rebounded clean from the Lady Lions. Smith in transition, gets it over to Wynn. Try to give it to Pettis. Shot is too high. And these turnovers, as you mentioned, Samuel, they're killing Searcy so far.
When you have opportunities in transition like that, got to take advantage of them. At least you can't turn the ball over, set up for a possession. But Searcy, not much rhythm in their offense so far.
It's Polsgrove. Pass is stolen away from Johnson. She'll drive inside, looking for some contact. She's not going to get it. Stolen away from Smith. Smith, she's free by herself. Up and in for Smith. And now have the Lady Bearcats coach. She's going to call a timeout. Not too happy. Nobody got back. The ball was stolen. Everybody was still on the other side of the court. You do not like that effort if you're any coach from your basketball team. As Searcy trails by 5 here in the first. 38 seconds remaining. And Searcy, they're slowly finding their momentum. You just got to stop these turnovers. These turnovers, you probably would have had the ball game tied, maybe even have a lead right now if it weren't for these turnovers.
Yeah, turnovers and offensive boards. You got to rebound the basketball. I know you're at a height disadvantage, and that's never fun. It's not fair, I guess, for lack of a better word, but you got to play through that. Your guard's got to box out. Carrie's got to do the best job she can, but Rodriguez, she probably has 4 or 5 offensive rebounds, and Brookland has 2 threes off second chance points. You just can't have that happen when you're playing a team as good as Brookland. You can't give them freebies, free opportunities to score.
You got to love big games like this if you're a coach. This is probably Searcy's second big test of the year. First probably being against Greenwood once again in the Lake Hamilton Classic. Searcy wasn't able to come up with that win. Full court press being applied once again. Tripp almost came up with a steal. Now she's trapped in the corner. Got to make a pass. Way too risky. And it will result in a turnover. It'll be Searcy basketball, under 30 remaining here in the first.
So far it had been Searcy looking a little jumpy on the offensive end, but that time they finally got Brookland, I guess, out of rhythm. They couldn't get the ball up court. First time that's really happened here early on.
Chip has it now on the left side. You have Tripp over in the left corner as well. Chip will drive inside. Had advantage of her man, not going to sneak the mid-range. Instead, she'll step back for a three-point shot. Not going to go down, just barely not going down for Chip. As Nelson had the rebound, had to throw it out. It was result. Can't speak today. It'll be Brookland basketball, 15.4 remaining here in the first quarter. They lead by 5.
You'd like to see that, though, if you're Searcy. Nelson able to get an offensive rebound for her own.
Not going to go, as Smith was fouled on the rebound. It'll be charged to number 21. It'll be Coleman as she checks into the game, picking up her first. Will they roll it? They will. Save a little bit of time. Chip makes a move, driving to her left. Tripp throws up a mid-range. That's not going to go. Smith got it back. She puts up a mid-range shot. Goes down for Julian Smith. Searcy after the first. Trails by 3.
Talk about second chance points, Jordan. That was one there. Brookland, a miss not securing that rebound there may seem insignificant with 1 second left in the quarter. Ball carries to Smith, and Searcy gets a free 2 points there, and they only trail by 3.
And after the first, once again, for just now tuning in, Brookland leads by 3 after the first. Samuel, you got to expect it. Chip, she's not going to get the ball a lot this game, so you got to rely on a lot of your teammates. You have Smith rolling around. She's going to be a target as well, the freshman. When she's driving in a lot, not getting the call she wants, but it slowly will develop here throughout the day. Smith, she'll be a good player. You got to focus a lot on your centers, especially on the defensive aspect. Chloe Rodriguez, as you mentioned, probably has about 4 or 5 offensive rebounds. You cannot allow those second chance opportunities, and that's probably what gave Brookland this lead that they have here so far. Yeah, 2 threes, I think by Brewer on that right wing. Just same spot, same song, different verse, 2 different times. Rodriguez gets the rebound. Of course, there's nobody on Brewer because everybody's trying to get the board down low, and she's wide open for a 3. Just can't have that happen. Against maybe a team like Lone Oak, a lesser team, for lack of a better word, maybe you can afford to have those mistakes happen, but not against Brookland in any scenario. All the more reason why defense has to win you this basketball game. And Chip, Cadence, and Smith, they all been applying it here early. Going to give it to the backcourt. Polesgrove has it. Stolen away from Chip Johnson. Chip by herself. Love those opportunities for Chip. Goes up and in. Now cutting the lead down to 1. Chip did that all night against Lone Oak. Defense a huge part of her game when you can turn it to offense especially. Chip was looking for it. She predicted where the pass was going to go. Almost tipped by Tripp. Kicks it over to the right corner. They're going to kick it back up top. Give it back to Polesgrove. Good defensive rotation by Smith, making sure Brewer wasn't open to get a 3, and here goes Chip Johnson again. Stolen once again from Chip Johnson, up and in. Now Searcy with the lead. Searcy's defense proving strong. Now previous years you had the height. Now Searcy this year it has speed, and it's been proving effective. Chip with 9 points of her own, little 4-0 run of her for herself to start this second period of play. Nice defense there from Zakaya. Rolling around now is Polesgrove. Chip picking up the man. You got to pick back up top. Don't want to guess how far the range is going to be. As Nelson tried to poke it out from the pass, I believe she will get a foul called on her. It will. It'll be her first of the game. It was a good effort. Yeah, you'd rather have that foul than give Rodriguez a free basket right there. You saw Cadence coming down to help. They're putting 2 Lady Lion defenders on Rodriguez every time she touches the basketball. Guarded by Chip is Polesgrove. Rolls around to the top, kick it over. You have Slater over on the left. Rodriguez up top. Do not give her a shot. Samuel talked about it throughout the week. She can shoot. You may not expect her to be able to shoot some threes, but she has knocked some down. Dangerous when the center can shoot like that. Polesgrove rolls around. Mid-range jump shot. Goes down for Polesgrove. Senior captain for the Lady Bearcats. As Johnson, she gives it up to Tripp. 3-2 zone. Ooh, dangerous pass is going to result in a stolen basketball. Layup opportunity. Up and in. You have Brewer once again. She's been hot all game. Searcy down by 3. Stolen once again away from Tripp. Here you go with the turnovers again. Foul committed by the Lady Lions. It'll be called on Tripp, I believe. It'll be her first.
2 possessions in a row for Searcy. Brookland's again gotten in the passing lanes, deflected the ball. Didn't give him a free layup this time, but still frustrating.
First shot goes down. You have Wynn and Hicks checking in. Nelson and Triple sit out. Looking to extend it. It will not. Rebounded by Smith. In transition now. As you cannot make that pass, a little too predictable. You have Chip wide open on the left. You probably know she's going to get the ball half the time. As now Chip will inbound the ball. Pettis on our left. Smith up top. She will give it to Smith.
You can tell Brookland's been watching film. They know where Searcy's going with the basketball. They're able to get in the passing lanes. That's another advantage to height. Those long arms can deflect passes and get steals.
Chip gives it to Hicks. Pettis has it now. Give it to Hicks once again in the middle. Ooh, just barely in and out. Up top now, 3-point shot. Just barely not going down on the attempt with Slater. Chip has it now by herself. Makes a move on the inside, left side. Layup for Chip Johnson goes down.
Too easy for Chip Johnson when she gets in an open floor. Even if it's a 1-on-3, she's able to make that defender miss and get an easy layup for herself. She has 11.
Brewer has it. Give it over to King. 10-second violation. This time the defense working out nicely for the Lady Lions.
Searcy's press hasn't really gotten to Brookland that much, but it did that time. And if that starts happening consistently, really good things are going to happen for Searcy.
Chip has it now. The question tonight is how far is Chip's range going to be? She's going to get fed up with the zone at some point, and she's not afraid to sling the ball. Jayla Wynn with the layup.
Really nice job by Wynn that time, going in amongst the trees and able to get that layup to go.
King has it now on the left, guarded by Wynn. Polesgrove guarded by Johnson. As Polesgrove, she'll pull up for a 3, not going to go. Rebounding once again from Smith. Smith, a lot of the rebounds for the Lady Lions here. Smith in transition. Are they going to call a charge? They will call a charge. Smith will pick up her first foul. It's not the foul that you want here. Tie ball game, 4:19 remaining here in the first half. And that's just a tough call. You got to move on to the next play.
When the defender's not completely set, but you're out of control as the offensive player, the referee is usually going to lean towards the defender in that scenario, especially when you kind of run him over like Smith did there on accident. But
stolen away from Pettis. Pettis all alone on the right side. Cadence Pettis up and in, nice layup. Good job not getting scared. They're going to call a timeout once again.
Defense to offense is the theme so far for both teams, Jordan. Searcy has had a few nice transition opportunities, so is Brookland. That's going to be a huge part of this game moving forward.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Big test for the Lady Lions, as you're going to play a lot of teams with this height, especially in conference play. You have Greene County Tech, who made an excellent run last year in the state tournament. They're going to be some dogs this year, as that'll be later in January.
Good to see games like this in the early part of the season, Jordan. It's just like these college basketball teams playing these ACC, SEC challenges and whatnot. You can't just play cupcakes all the time. You got to get a taste for what your team is like against the best of the best. That's what both of these teams are doing this afternoon.
I was talking to Chip last night before coming in here today. She was telling me that she knows that this game isn't going to be easy at all. She was very excited. She loves playing tough teams. That she loves to challenge herself. That's what make her, one of the best players on this court. And so she knows what it's going to take to win here today. She just hopes that her, along with the rest of her girls, are going to be able to show it. Stolen away once again, Cadence Pettis. She might try to give it to Chip. Oh, she's going to be fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul's going to be charged to number 10, Brewer.
In the first quarter, it was Searcy making some kind of lazy passes. Now it's Brookland. These passes kind of hang in the air for a while. They don't have much velocity on them, and they're going to get stolen. Searcy able to get those steals and convert.
Pettis' first free throw was good. As she will also extend it to 4. Stolen from Smith. Give it to Wynn down below. Try to give it back into Johnson. Oh, Smith is going to pick up her second foul. Ooh, what a tough call. Just barely reached. You reached before she had the ball, but your arm was still there, creating some pressure. Smith going to pick up her second. Ball's thrown out of bounds. It'll be Searcy basketball once again. Brewer threw it out.
Brookland definitely out of sorts right now. They're just making bad passes. We saw how good their offense can be. It's efficient when it runs well, but they're not firing on all cylinders right now, and Searcy's taking advantage.
Coleman will take a break for Winston, checking in for the first time here tonight. Today, sorry, used to a lot of these night games here. Chip rolls around, step back, will fake the three, hesitates, looking for Wynn up top. She's going to drive inside, just throws it up. Was hit there, give it to Pettis down below. She'll go up for the layup. Cadence Pettis once again. Have a lot of these girls here on this court not afraid to drive it inside, even if you don't get the call you want. The play's not over.
You can't be timid when you're going up against a team like this, even though it might be a little, I guess, scary for lack of a better word, going up against players that are maybe 5 or 6 inches taller than you, but when your guards can meet that challenge, it can really help your basketball team.
Polsgrove, spin around, mid-range floater, not going to go. Rebounded from Pettis. Love those long rebounds, not giving Rodriguez a chance to get on the board. As Johnson has it over on her right. Makes a move, uses the screen, three-point shot. Chip Johnson not going to go down. Rebounded by Wynn, tipped from Hicks. She'll drive inside. Ooh, just tough. Rebounded, or it's poked out of bounds. It will stay here. 2:31 remaining here in the second. Love the effort there from Carrie Hicks. As Baker will check in for the first time for Wynn. Chip has it now over on the right corner. All 4 players on the other side. It's kind of an ISO play. Chip step back, three-point shot. That time goes down for Chip Johnson.
Chip Johnson gets hot. This game gets dangerous quick for Brookland. She has 14 points.
Pressure on Rodriguez as she gives it back to Polsgrove. Kick it over to the right side. To Winston. Give it to Brown. Left corner now. Make sure you stay on Brewer. She is a shooter. Rolls around the screen now. She'll drive inside. Oh, they're going to call a foul. Hands were straight up. Another tough call. Will they call it on? Who was in? It'll be called on Hicks. It is her first.
That's a tough call.
First free throw goes in for Winston. Second one goes in. Searcy still leads 29-22 here. Would like to close out the half with a lead. Make yourself a little more comfortable here. As Chip has it now, you have Carrie over on her right side. She'll play up. Chip once again rolling around. Looking to get it to Smith. Ooh, tough pass. Smith has to get it out up top. She'll be heavily guarded. You have Chip. She's just going to take the ball back. 13 seconds here remaining. Chip, she'll take the three. Not going to go. Rebounded from Rodriguez. Bodies all over the floor on the defensive side. Cadence almost stole it away. Polsgrove guarded from Johnson. Rolls around the screen. Polsgrove will not take the three. Good job from Hicks being there. Chip will have to come back up top. Rolling around now. We have Baker. Brewer guarded by Smith. Brown guarded from Baker. She'll go inside. Chip tried to poke the ball out. She will get a foul called on her. Shot's not going to go. They will call it on Baker instead of Chip. Chip still has 0 fouls. Baker only with 1. So Brown will go to the line to shoot 2. Searcy has 5 fouls. They're in the bonus. Cannot foul too much here. Only a 101 remaining here in the first. Or second, sorry. As Brown's first shot will go down. Looking for her second, and she will find it. Chip over on the left. If there's somebody who's going to break a press, it's Chip Johnson. She will not take the mid-range. You have Pettis down below. Looking to give it to the inside. It will be out of bounds. Searcy turnover. It'll be Brookland basketball. Just got to take your time, even though you're compressed inside very tight, and you don't want to force a jump ball, because I believe if so, it'll be Brookland basketball. Just got to find the right man. Somebody's going to be open. Picks up the dribble. Brown has it now over on the left. You have to go. You don't want to get the 10-second called on you. Will you get the 10-second call? You will, I believe. It'll be Searcy basketball. Couldn't see if they called that. I think they did. You saw the bench over on the Lady Bearcat side telling her to go. So they recognize the time. Chip has it now. Tipped out of bounds. It'll be Searcy basketball. Brewer with the tip. And now this is where Searcy kind of struggles to get their offensive going. Chip all alone. She will not take the three. Step back, three-point shot. Chip Johnson not going to go. Rebounded by Baker. Not going to get the putback, but she will get a foul. And she will go to the line to shoot 2. Foul's going to be charged to Winston. It will be her first. Baker's first will not go. Let's try to get it to 30. Try to extend it to 6. Wynn will check in for Hicks.
Baker's second free throw, no good, off the right side of the rim. Rodriguez with the rebound, and here comes Brookland with 22 seconds left. We'll see if they try to hold for the final shot of the half. Out on the left wing, guarded by Johnson. That is Pulsgrove with the ball. Clock down to 12, and that's going to be a foul called on Johnson. I believe that'll be Chip's first of the ball game with 11.4 to go. Jordan getting ready to interview Coach Sitzman, get her thoughts at the half. And this will be 2 free throws here for Pulsgrove. Trying to cut the deficit down to 3. First free throw up, that's good. 29-25, Searcy's lead chopped to 4. We'll have a substitution here. Ford comes in, Rodriguez will sit in the waning moments here this first half. Pulsgrove ready for her second free throw. Up, no good. In and out, rebound down to Pettis. 9 seconds left. See what Searcy can do here if they can score on their final possession to half. Pass up to Wynn, and it goes out of bounds. That'll be Brookland basketball. Not sure if Wynn knew that ball was coming to her, and with 5.8 to go, Searcy will employ the press. Try to make sure Brookland doesn't score the final points of the half. Inbound to Pulsgrove with 4 seconds left, weaving around the defense to midcourt with 2, with 1, half-court heave, no good. Comes off the backboard, and at the half, it is Searcy with a 29-25 advantage over Brookland in a game that seemed pretty evenly matched here to start. And we'll get Coach Sitzman over with Jordan here in just a second to get her thoughts on the first half. Searcy leads by 4, Chip Johnson with 14 to lead all scorers. Big game here in the Searcy Bank Classic. Both these games 2-0 here in the Bank Classic. Coach Sitzman makes her way over to Jordan. Coming up, tip shortly after 4:30, I believe. You see the boys for both teams warming up. Searcy boys will take on Brookland as well. It should be a good one. Tip shortly after 4:30 here on Lion TV. Jordan, let's hear from Coach Sitzman.
Coach, you have a 4-point lead going into the half. The defense has been working amazing for you guys so far. What has to get the offense going?
I mean, that easy defense leads to, or that good defense leads to easy offense. I'm a little frustrated with the fouls right now, a little ticky-tack or whatever, but we got to adjust. We got to make the adjustment to how it's being called. So other than that, I think, you know, offensively we could be a little more aggressive from other spots. I think we're trying to do too much on our own and not working together like we are, but it's a new defensive scheme. We haven't really seen it yet, so we got to make the adjustments here at halftime.
Adjustments will be made. Big game for you guys today. Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you. Back to you, Samuel.
All right, thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Coach Sitzman. Searcy 29, Brookland 25 here at the half. Little more than 8.5 minutes. Jordan and I will bring you the second half of today's game. Again, the boys taking on Brookland shortly after 4:30 here on Lion TV. Chip Johnson with 14 to lead all scorers. Searcy 29, Brookland 25 as the two teams head into the locker room. We'll have you back here for the second half in 8.5 minutes.
We got a ball game here, folks, as the Lady Lions lead by 4. We welcome you back here to Lion TV. Here in Lion Arena, I'm Jordan Jones. Once again, Samuel Stubbs, color right beside me. Samuel, it's a tight ball game. The second half's going to be fun.
It is. It was a game where defense it transitioned right to offense. A lot of transition buckets for both of these teams. Both teams were able to get out and run in transition. That was huge. Searcy went on a run of that in the second quarter after Brookland did so in the first. Second chance points have been a big deal. Searcy did a much better job late in the first half of making sure Rodriguez couldn't get as many offensive rebounds, making sure Brookland didn't have as many second chance opportunities.
That full court press in the second corner was the story for the Searcy Lady Lions so far here. As you mentioned, Chloe Rodriguez not able to get most of her rebounds that she did in the first. They really adapted well in that second quarter as we get started here in the third. We have Smith, Pettis, Hicks, Tripp, and Wynn. So we will not see Chip here to start. Smith rolls around to the right. Hicks and Tripp over on the right. You will get Hicks crashing down now for the zone defense. Tripp, give it to Smith. So she will roll back up top. It's very hard to find a shot here in this zone defense. Zakiah Tripp for 3. At the buzzer, it will go on the right wing.
Great job by Searcy. They recognized the shot clock was running down. Wasn't the cleanest look you'll get, but hey, it went in. Doesn't matter at that point.
Kick it out to Brewer up top. You have Polesgrove and Slater. Slater rolls over to the right corner. It's Polesgrove will. Slater comes back. Screen applied down below. Polesgrove will not get open down below. I'm ready for the wacky offense that Brookland has. They have a play where 4 players are lined up on the left corner, and the other play is just wide open. Shot's not going to go. Sort of a hook shot, it looked like there. Shifty move from Smith. Pettis has it. Give it to Hicks down below. Power dribble, not going to go. Rebounded from Wynn. The putback's not going to go. Hands straight up, Coach Sisman is saying. Rebounded. Slater has it. Give it over. Now it's looking scary. She will get across midcourt.
They got across with 1 second to spare.
Brewer picked up her dribble, driving down below now, looking for the layup. It's not going to go. Rebounded from Cadence Pettis. It was King on the attempt. Rebounded by Searcy. Smith has it now on the right. Give it to Pettis on the left. Wynn has it now in the left corner. Bounce pass. Hicks in the middle. You have Smith up top. Pettis not going to take the 3. She's going to drive inside. Oh, was hit. Not going to call a foul there. Polesgrove has it now. Guarded from Zakiah Tripp. Polesgrove drives inside. Kick it to the left corner. Driving up top now. Give the ball up. Pettis will come up with it on her left side. Make sure Smith is down below. Whew. Two opportunities not going to go for Searcy. Needed those right there for sure. Foul's going to be called on Smith. It is her 3rd. That's big.
Good thing Chip only has 1. You don't need both Smith and Johnson in foul trouble, and Chip's going to come back in at the next break.
Left wing was sort of open there before Tripp could get there. Slater has it now. Have Coleman in the game. Up top, here's Rodriguez. Looking for a man down below. Cadence was pushed off. That's a good call. Push-off's going to be called on Slater. It'll be her 2nd. As Chip Johnson will check in for Julian Smith. You need Smith for the rest of the game. Got to make sure she stays out. Chip has it now in the middle. Chip will be fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. So they charge it to. Will they charge it to Rodriguez? They will. It'll be her 1st. And Chip will go to the line to shoot 2 for Searcy.
You see Chip get in the game. First thing she does, first 2 seconds, she's back in the ball game. She goes in and draws a foul. Very typical of her game.
As I mentioned, if there's going to be anybody that's going to successfully, easily break this press, it's going to be Chip. She knows how to work the ball, knows how to dribble and get around the defense well. Her first free throw was good and now finds her 2nd as well. Searcy leads by 9. Almost tied the ball up for a jump. Maybe needed an extra second, not gonna get it. Rodriguez is calling for it down below. She's guarded heavily from hit carry. Chip now guarding Brewer on the left. Rodriguez up top, now finds it down below. That's gonna go up and in.
And just like Brookland's first bucket of the game, get behind the defender and there's no one there to guard whoever's shooting the layup that time.
That's Slater for 2 for the Lady Bearcats. Chip has it now in the upcourt. Rolling around the screen from Pettis. Chip in a predicament inside. That's an awkward situation. It's going to result in a turnover by Searcy. Left corner, oh, was open. It's going to be stolen away. It's going to be a pushing foul called. It'll be Brewer's second foul. Good effort there from Zakiah Tripp for Searcy. Need Jayla Wynn and Carrie Hicks to come alive here in the second half. Mid-range jump shot, Chip Johnson not gonna go. Closed out, nobody there to rebound for Searcy. Slater calling for, you have a man wide open on the left. Tripp had to make a move, couldn't get around the man. Shot's not gonna go down.
Searcy got a break right there. That's Brewer, who hit a couple of threes in the first. Chip had to get over to her on the last possession to make sure she wasn't open. Searcy left her open that time and dodged a bullet.
In transition was Chip. She used Chloe Rodriguez as a sort of a screen to get around the rest of the defense. This foul's going to be called. Not sure who they charged it to. Wasn't able to hear, but I do know it was their first.
Rodriguez checking out. Searcy's got to take advantage of that. Don't have their big center in the game. See what you can do on the inside.
Haven't seen Nelson back in the game yet either for Searcy. Win. Floater's not going to go.
They tried to take advantage of it immediately.
Can't reach. Oh, Wynn's going to get a foul called on her. You can't reach. But nonetheless, it'll be her first. It'll be her second. I had her down for none. Ref was counting, had 4, needed 1 more second, and that goes to show how much this defense means for Searcy. Colesgrove up top, guarded from Johnson. Rolls around now, had to make a pass over to the left. Rolling around once again, stolen from Chip. Cadence came up with it, looking to get it back to Chip. Chip will have it, and it's gonna roll out of bounds.
If Chip was able to corral that ball, she had Wynn wide open for a layup.
As Johnson, she wanted it to stay here. They thought it was deflected.
I thought it was too. I'm not sure how that's Brookland ball. Obviously the official has a better vantage point than I do on that end, but surprising call.
Left corner 3 for Brookland, not gonna go. Rebounded from Wynn. We saw the official also talking to Johnson, saying what he saw, and he understands why she wanted the call that she did, but from his perspective, that's just what he saw. Not too much you can do about that. Screen set from Hicks. Chip rolls around. It's wide open. She's going to get it up and in. Chip Johnson.
They were Brookland was so focused on the pick and roll that time, making sure Carey didn't get inside for an easy layup. They forgot about Chip. The C's parted. That's too easy for Chip Johnson.
Not going to take the three-point shot this time. Now the right corner is open. Three-point shot, deep 3 from Colesgrove. Not going to go. But the putback will go, as Chip did not want to commit the foul. Goes up and in for 4.
Smart play there by Chip, but it does kind of hurt to see Brookland have now 3 just uncontested layups in this game. Not much you could do about that one. That wasn't them throwing it over the defender, just a rebound that fell into their hands, and Chip didn't want to commit a foul there.
You see Smith getting ready to check back in, and that does hurt. You do not want Chip to get in foul trouble, as I have a vivid memory last year. During the Greene County Tech game here at home, Chip had 5 fouls in overtime, and she was sitting out. You saw her crying over on the bench, knowing how much that meant to her and that she couldn't get in that same situation. I haven't seen her foul out since. So that goes to show Chip's defense, it's going to matter for sure. Searcy, they're doing a thing where I'm not really sure if I agree with. You have 2 people in the upcourt. She has to make 1 clean pass, but if she gets that clean pass, it's a 3-on-2. They're testing their three-point ability. It didn't work out the first time. The second time it didn't work out either, but they also got a clean look on the inside. So you have to make sure if you're Searcy, if they're not going to make the 3, that means you have to be there to rebound. If you're not going to contest it that well, you have to be contesting the paint. They've not been doing that here so far as we're getting down to the wire here late in the third.
Well, you mentioned that, Jordan. I wonder if Brookland will put Rodriguez back in knowing that. Looks like she'll stay on the bench, but that might be something they look at and say, hey, if they're going to if Searcy's going to be in a vulnerable position where they might not be able to grab rebounds, let's put our big center back in and see what we can do.
Cadence splits defenders, looking for Hicks down below. Finds her, made the dribble. Oh, they're going to call a travel instead of a foul. I thought they called a foul. It's going to be a travel called on Carrie Hicks.
Coach Sitzman in disbelief. I didn't really see a travel there. She might have shuffled her feet, though, before she took the shot. And that might have prompted that whistle.
We will not see Chip Johnson back in the game here so far. Smith will check in for her. Polesgrove making moves. Turnaround, floater. Bounces out, not going to go. Hicks has it. Zakaya has it now on the right. Avoids the double team. She's going to pressure the right side, bring it back up top. You have Smith. She'll get the basketball. Cadence has it. Smith, left corner three. Not Julian Smith, that's Jayla Wynn. Getting names confused here.
Saw her knock down a couple against Lone Oak the other night. If she can keep her hot shooting up, maybe a three-headed monster for Searcy offensively.
I did say I would like her to come alive. Oh, makes the wrong move. It's going to be stolen from Searcy, stolen by Hicks.
Got a 3-on-none. Oh.
They're going to call a foul on the floor as Zakaya Tripp was in transition for Searcy.
I think that was Kylie Brown for Brookland that got back and did a good job making sure that it wasn't an uncontested layup for Searcy. They still got the basketball, but they put in line for free throws, but that was a 3-on-none for Searcy. Could have had a real easy layup there if you wanted it.
As 1:10 remains here in the third, Brookland does have 5 fouls. First free throw goes for Tripp. So Searcy, they're going to probably try to drive in a lot more. Got to take advantage of the bonus. She won't find her second. Rebounded by Brookland. Throws it all the way down court. Stolen away and stolen back. Wynn had it, lost it. Left wing, ooh, not going to be taken from Brewer. That's scary. She's the shooter for this team for sure. Kick it up top. Ooh, bad pass. Stolen away from Cadence. Cadence has to make a move, make sure she gets around the man. And she will go up top. You have Wynn over on the left. Cadence, she will take it. Will they call a charge? They will call a charge. And that's just tough. If you can hear the fans behind us, they do not agree with the call.
Is that what you got from that? I thought they loved it. Oh, man. That's an unfortunate call there.
37.8 seconds here remaining here in the third. Despite the calls, you see players on the court, they're smiling. I think they know the right decision in their head. You can't express it here on the court. Under 30 here to play in the third. Smith is guarding Polesgrove. And here's the play I was talking about. Everybody lined up in the left corner. It's kind of an ISO situation. Throw it out of bounds. Turnover on Brookland, Searcy basketball.
That's probably a ploy, Jordan, if I had to guess, to get all the Searcy defenders to that side, maybe slip a offensive player inside. Almost like a levels concept in football when you take 3 receivers and send them to the sideline to distract the defense.
Smith has it now. 10 seconds here remaining in the third. Searcy will try to take the final shot. Screen by Hicks. Hicks, she'll take the 3. Carrie Hicks for 3, not going to go. It was sort of rebounded. Zakaya came up with and tried to throw it up for a final shot. It will not go in. And after the third, Searcy leads by a score of 40-29. We still have a tight ball game here, Samuel, and that was an exciting third quarter.
The Searcy's defense did a really good job that quarter. Searcy's offense was a little shaky, but it doesn't matter because you held Brookland to 4 points. You got an 11-point lead now. Things are looking your way. But I think the biggest thing for Searcy is just continuing to deny Rodriguez the basketball inside, making sure she doesn't get offensive rebounds. Is one thing that can hurt you is those second chance points and the transition points as well. But since the first quarter, I know it was Searcy playing a little sloppy and Brookland getting in the passing lanes. Now Searcy's been able to get in those passing lanes and get transition opportunities, layups, and free throws.
Now I wonder what the decision will be here for Coach Sitzman. We haven't seen Chip. I believe Chip didn't play a majority of that quarter. And I'm just proud that they're doing this well without her. They're not letting the lead go. They're still fighting hard on both sides of the floor. Chip does only have 1 foul. So we might see her a majority here of this fourth. Smith is in foul trouble with 3 as we head into the fourth. Good job of her not committing another foul. And Searcy, you're right here. You got to close it out. That's been the problem all year long. You have leads. You had to lean on the rematch against Greenwood, and you let it go in the second half. You have a lead now. Bank Classic Championship here on the line for the girls. Both teams up 2-0. And Cadence Pettis, she's been the leader here, the senior captain for the team. She's shown up today here in the game.
Chip's going to sit again, and you mentioned, Jordan, it's good to see Searcy play this well without her, not just for this game, but later in the year. If Chip gets injured, if she fouls out, it shows that Searcy is a good enough team where, you know, they can still play pretty well without their star.
Layup's not going to go. It was tight, almost rebounded from Smith. They'll get a second chance opportunity that time. Good job from the freshman Julian Smith with the rebound. Has to get around. Give it to Carrie Hicks. Stolen away. Brewer came up with it all alone over on the left side. Brewer, it will not go. Rolls in and out. Smith has it now. Will they call a foul or a jump ball? They will call a jump.
That was an excellent sequence from Julian Smith, getting back, hustling on the defensive end, making sure there was no easy layup for Brookland, going to the floor, getting the basketball, forcing a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors the Lions.
Nelson checking in the game for the Lady Lions. You have help. You have Smith in the midcourt all by herself. Cadence will have it. You're going to give it to Smith now. Cadence has it again, was looking for Nelson down below. The overhead pass is not going to work out. Turnover, Searcy.
That's where that height deficit can come in to bite you when you're trying to pass over a defender that's got a little bit of height on you.
Three-point shot not going to go. Guarded by Tripp. Rodriguez has it. Almost tried to tie the ball up. Not going to work out for Searcy's favor. Throws the ball out of bounds. Searcy basketball once again. Searcy catching some breaks from this Lady Bearcat team, and it's just been mental mistakes.
Their offense has just been so out of rhythm, out of sorts in the second half.
Nelson, jump shot mid-range, not going to go down. Rebounded from Zakiya Tripp. Fakes the three is Wynn. Had her shot blocked from Slater. And now Polesgrove has it in the backcourt for the Lady Bearcats. Wide open, guarded. Good job from Cadence Pettis, not jumping, making sure Brewer does not get the three.
Chip and Baker are going to check in here at the next timeout. So you have Coach Sitzman's decision, Jordan, on how much he wants to play Chip here in the waning moments.
Nobody's put up any points here so far. Down below, it's a mismatch. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Zakiya Tripp. That's her second of the game. Macy Slater will go to the line to shoot 2 for Brookland. Her first is good. Checking in the game now, Chip Johnson, Mia Baker. We're going to sub out Jayla Wynn and Cadence Pettis. So you have Nelson and Tripp still in the game, along with Smith as well. Slater looking for the second. It will not go. Rebounded offensive board, Rodriguez. Oh, Nelson's going to pick up a foul. And now Chloe Rodriguez will go to the line to shoot 2. Nelson picking up, let's see here, her second of the game.
Rodriguez gets back in the game, immediately grabs another offensive rebound. She has to have 7 or 8 of those now, and she's got a chance to convert at the charity stripe. This is how you let teams back into games, even when they haven't played up to the standard that they usually do. Brookland hasn't played a very good second half, but they're still within striking distance in large part due to second chance opportunities.
Second free throw, not going to go. Rebounded by Baker. Give it to Smith. Chip, she's going to call for it. Now we're at 6 minutes. About 5 seconds to play here in the game. Searcy leads by 10. Chip calling for offense. Try to draw a little bit of time while you're at it. Ref is not going to start the count. Polesgrove was not close enough for her to. Smith, corner. Give it back to Chip. Chip. Give it to Baker. Ooh, not going to take it. I was scared she was for a second. Chip fakes the 3, drives inside. Mid-range is going to kick it out to Smith. Smith wide open. Smith with the 3. That's big. The freshman showing up once again. Searcy got to get back on defense. Watch that corner. Polesgrove guarded by Chip.
Saw Smith do that in the first quarter. Get an open look, take it, knock it down. She did so again there, cold-blooded.
Rebounded by Nelson. Ball was knocked out of bounds. It'll be Searcy basketball. Good defense there from Chip Johnson. I remember watching the Cabot and Brookland game, talking highly about Kaylin Bean. She played amazing defense against Brookland. Still was unable to get the win, but that just goes to show that the defense matters. It doesn't matter what game it is. Doesn't matter if you're running man, running zone. Defense matters. Chip, do not want to get closed in and get double teamed. She will not try to split. She's going to give it over to Smith. Nelson will take the mid-range. Goes in off the backboard for Trinity Nelson. I believe her first points of the game. Searcy leads by 15 now.
Every basket feels so much bigger when you're playing a team like Brookland that has only scored 5 points in this half. Even a single free throw is huge when you're playing such good defense.
Down below is Slater once again on the mismatch. Count the basket. Who are they going to charge the foul to? They're going to charge it. Let's see here. Once again to Tripp. Oh, no, it would be called on Smith. That'll be Smith's fourth. And she'll check out of the game for Pettis, who will check in for her.
Coach Sitzman telling her, you're good, you're all right. Come have a seat.
Searcy has to box out. Shot's gonna not go. Rebounded from Nelson. Chip almost lost the ball. She's gonna use the baseline to drive. She'll roll around. Pettis will set a screen for her. And now Chip's in comfortable position now. Chip deciding on what to do. Chip down below, gives it to Nelson. She was looking for Pettis. It was a nice look, just the pass wasn't there. These key mistakes here late, don't want to let it come back to bite you.
Yeah, that last offensive possession for Brookland was them getting back to their identity, what they want to do, get the ball inside. That defensive possession for them was more the same. That zone creating a turnover, creating some havoc.
Guarded heavily now, driving to the baseline. Chip making sure she had her hands up. Rodriguez all alone, down low in the paint. Finds Slater down below. Slater's layup goes up and in. Ooh, it's a tight game here, Samuel. Tripp has it now, driving in transition now. Guarded 3 players. And that's the right decision. Coach Sitzman calls a timeout.
Needed that right there. You can't let this game get away from you. You can't let the momentum get away from you. We're still up 11. That's a comfortable lead. But 2 possessions in a row. Brookland's been able to take it inside. That's what they want to do, especially with that height advantage they have that we've harped on all afternoon. And now Searcy. Pressure's on Searcy now. Was on Brookland before to score, get back in the game. They've done that. They have some momentum. Pressure's on Searcy here to score some more baskets and hopefully start putting some daggers in this game.
Cuts Searcy's lead down to 11. 3:55 to play here in the fourth. Every possession is getting scarier and scarier. Searcy tries to close out this win. Ooh, that was scary over there on the right side. I haven't been triple teamed much, but whenever I have, it was not good. Good job from Coach Sitzman calling the timeout, making sure our offense will need to get back into momentum. We had the shot from Smith. She will probably not be back in the game, maybe until 2:30, maybe a minute left. Haven't seen Wynn much either. I'd like to see her check back in as well. She's had a decent game for herself. And Searcy now coming out of the timeout looking to win the Bank Classic for themselves. Not sure when the last time they won it, but it'll be a good monument for them as well. Nice little accolade that they can add.
Always good to win one of these tournaments, especially when it's being played at your home floor.
Chip has it now. She'll be double teamed. She'll roll over to her left. Makes a man miss. Finds Cadence down below. Layup goes in. Nice job from Chip. Nice bounce pass and nice finish from Cadence.
Chip drew all the defenders that time. Left Cadence wide open for an easy lay-in.
Playing tight defense now is Chip. Rolls around. Tried to split. She will not split. Stolen from Wynn. Ooh, almost had it. Will they poke the ball out? It will be Searcy basketball, I believe. No, it's going to stay here. Ooh, I thought it was tipped out of bounds.
Coach Sitzman looking for answers here.
I thought it was tipped out of bounds by Brown.
Everybody's laughing now, but she wasn't for a minute.
So it will be Searcy basketball. Chip has it now in the backcourt. She's going to be double teamed. Splits 3 defenders, and this is the situation you want. Oh, Chip almost had the ball stolen away. They're going to call a kick ball violation. Chip did kick the ball. It will be Brookland basketball. Brown is once again guarded by Chip Johnson. Chip poked the ball out, didn't commit to it. This time stolen away. Are they going to call a jump? They will call a jump, I believe. So it's going to stay here. Nelson almost came up with it. Her and Rodriguez got in a tie-up. Slater has it now. She's going to give it back to Brown. Down below, Slater. Ooh, a late foul. You're going to call it. I'm going to call it on Cadence. I have her down for 2. They say it's her first. Slater will go to the line to shoot. As her first will go. Smith will check into the game for Baker. And Nelson will check out for Hicks.
You were spot on, Jordan. You said they might want to bring Smith back around 2.5, 3 minutes to play, 2:53 left. Might as well use your ace. Not much game left trying to preserve this win.
Slater's second, not going to go. Rebounded by Cadence. You got to get on the floor. Going to say she was out of bounds as she tried to save it, so it will stay here.
These are second chance opportunities that might not go down on the stat sheet instead of rebounds, plays like that.
Stolen away. Cadence has to hold it. Jump ball. It'll be Searcy basketball. Good effort there from Cadence. Tried to give it to Chip. It's going to be poked out of bounds. Still going to stay here. Chip tries to make a move each time. Splits defenders once again. Here's Chip. She's going to hold off. And Chip, now she's in a tie-up. Ooh, Coach Sisman called a timeout as soon as Chip got it out.
Both times that Searcy's been triple teamed, she's had to call a timeout.
It's crucial here. 2:36 remaining here in the game. Searcy leads by 12.
Brookland getting much more aggressive on the defensive end. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
And that's just decision making for both teams. Chip, whenever she splits defenders, I believe every time she has, she's kept it to herself. Maybe because it's too risky, I can't tell. She is the ball player, I'm not on the floor. It might be too risky to give it to another player, but maybe that player might try to make a move on the outside where players are not expecting just so they can get the ball. Searcy does have 4 fouls. One more foul. Ooh, it's going to be critical here late. Brookland has 0 for the quarter. So Searcy got to make sure they don't foul as much to force them into bonus. One more foul, and they will put them in.
I think I've noticed with Searcy this week, Jordan, all these games, we've come down to about 2.5, 3 minutes to play, and it's been Searcy with a 8, 9, 12-point lead. That's big.
Inbounded now to win. Give it over to Johnson. Johnson, she's going to be double teamed once again. They're going to call the first foul. Going to be charged to Winston. It'll be her second. Sub coming in. Polesgrove will check into the game. Let's see who checks out. Brewer will check out. That's their sharpshooter right there. Johnson splits defenders once again. Make it 2 times. Oh, not going to call a foul yet. Give it over to Pettis. Do not give it to Smith yet. Smith coming over the top now. Now they're going to call the second foul. Brown, her second.
Just keeps giving Searcy extra time. Resets that shot clock at 35.
Hicks has it now by herself. She'll drive inside. They're going to call another foul on Rodriguez, her second.
3 fouls in quick succession for Brookland.
2:15 to play. You commit to try to steal the ball. It doesn't go your way. Now they're open in the lane. Chip might try to go to the corner. They're not going to give it to her. Chip, she's calling for it. Throw it up. Wynn has it now. Give it to Johnson. Oh, they're going to call a walk. Wynn, she took a step on that left foot as she tried to give it to Johnson. And Brewer will check back in. Probably wanted to use her for the offense instead of the defensive side. Posgrove has it. Brewer will come up to get the ball. Rodriguez sets the screen. She's up top. Down below once again. Love giving it to Slater. It's not going to go. Pettis has it. Oh, she's going to be fouled hard by Slater.
Brookland went from 0 fouls 5 minutes into the quarter to 4.
That's Slater's third. Both teams at 4 fouls now. Winston will check back in. Slater will check out. Chip, she's going to come up, try to split them. She will. Chip, see what she does here. She'll roll around to the right. And now the foul's going to be called. It'll be on Brown, and Chip will go to the line to shoot 2. That's Brown's third.
I've never seen anything like this, Jordan, where a team has no team fouls, and 40 seconds later they put Searcy in the bonus.
You didn't really need to commit much. I mean, the time is ticking down, but I think it's enough to get your offensive started. But nonetheless, you have Johnson at the line. First, rolls around. It's going to be not good. Slater will check in. Winston will sit down. You have King checking in for Rodriguez. Chip's second will go down. 48-35. Minute 55 remaining. Slater has it. Give it to Polesgrove. Kick it over to King. Slater down below, guarded from Pettis. You have Brewer kicking it over to Polesgrove. King sets a screen. Brown does not have it. Brewer has it on the left side, guarded from Wynn. Cadence down below, guarding Slater down below. Wynn. Nice defensive sequence there from Searcy. Chip has it now. She's going to roll over to the right side, use that baseline. Nice job from Chip Johnson. She'll roll around. She's going to force Brookland to foul. She wants them to foul. Now she'll be double teamed. Give it to Smith. Smith, she's going to hold it. Give it back to Chip. Had Carey down below. Carey, nice offensive pass from Chip Johnson. Finding Carey down below. Searcy goes up 50-35.
Searcy taking a leaf out of Brookland's book that time, getting your one of your post players down behind the defender for a wide open layup.
Under a minute to play. King has it. Give it over to Slater, rolling around to the left side. You have Slater in the left corner. Comes up to the wing. She'll hesitate the 3, not take it. Under 10 on the shot clock. Brown has it. Got to make a move. Time's ticking. 3-2. Polesgrove driving on the left side. She'll take the floater. That's going to go in. They'll send in 4 for Brookland. 32.4 remaining. It'll be a timeout by Searcy, I believe. They sent in 4 to check in, and I think they're going to call it there. Just close out the ball game strong for Searcy. Leading by 13. It's been a scary game all night. But with Searcy being put in the bonus, Brookland's forced to foul. And if it goes Searcy's way, they'll be 3-0 in the tournament, and they'll take home the Bank Classic.
Huge to win one of those in front of your own fans, your own arena. Will be a long drive home for Brookland.
As Cadence Pettis, I believe she's been the star here tonight. She's been the captain on both the offensive and defensive side. She's played equally good ball on both sides of the floor. She had a lot of steals in that first half that gave Searcy some points. Searcy struggled a little bit, but with the help of that leadership, able to win this ball game.
Not all about points. She was all over the place on the defensive end, first half and second half. All right, 23 seconds and counting. We'll see if Brookland tries to put any additional pressure on Chip, or if she'll just be able to dribble this one out. Searcy leads 50-37. Searcy not going to attempt a shot. Doesn't look like Brookland's going to put any additional pressure on. And Chip will drive. She'll just run in circles here with 9 seconds to go as Jordan gets ready to interview our player of the game by what he just told us, what he just told you all. It sounds like Cadence Pettis is who he'll be with. Clock runs out. Searcy wins it. That's official. Searcy 3-0. They win the Searcy Bank Classic 50-37 today. Victory over Brookland. A big win over a really good opponent in Brookland. We talked about it on Thursday evening when Jordan and I previewed this game. We talked about it today. This is one of the biggest tests Searcy will see, at least in the non-conference slate, if not for the whole season. as Jordan gets ready to interview Cadence Pettis. Great game from Cadence. Not sure how many points he had exactly, but a lot of steals all over the place on both ends of the floor. Jordan is with Cadence Pettis.
Cadence, your defensive pressure all game long has maybe won your guys able to win the Searcy Bank Classic. How do you feel after the win?
I mean, I'm proud of us. We came in with very low intensity, and we were not prepared to play, so I'm glad we picked it up and were able to pull it out a win.
You guys in the first half struggled a little bit, had the lead heading into the second. What did you feel like needed to change heading into the second half?
I definitely think we were rushing on offense a lot in the first half, and we needed to slow down and keep our composure.
Tough game. Congratulations, Cadence. Enjoy your win. Back to you, Samuel.
All right, thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Cadence, for granting us that interview. Searcy wins it 50-37. They go 3-0. They win the Searcy Bank Classic, taking down the Brookland Lady Bearcats today. Boys coming up versus the Brookland Bearcats. I believe tip for that game shortly after 4:30. Don't change that dial. Keep it right here on Lion TV. Just refresh your page, and we'll be right back here at 4:30. Jordan and I on the call for that one again. Lady Lions win it 50-37. Good night from Lion Arena.